Okay, we got her nice and warmed up, 181 degrees. And shit this baby up. Oh, we don't want to do that. We want to take it. Let's see. I'll show you how these 126s. You see my little light on there because something's wrong with my radar, which I don't care. So soot level's good. It's got a soot thing on here. You go down to idle adjust, bump it back down. This is how you adjust the idle on these newer ones. Go back, and I always just keep it on that filter minder, and back over. So, got a hair dryer, got new IFTA stickers I got to put on, all kinds of good stuff. Alright, I got a table laid out here because as you can see out here in the big shed, kind of sucks working out in the snow, but so I got this table set up. So this is the stuff you will need if you're going to change the oil on your Cascadia. Here comes some hillbilly. Anyway, so we got 11 gallons of oil, 44 quarts for the Cascadia. Here's your oil filter. Here is your secondary, or your primary and your secondary fuel filters. And here's your air filter. And then you will need a, let's see here, I'm not sure what this is in metric, but it's 1 7/16 to take everything loose. And then for your air filter, it is 8mm. Now, I just got some rags. My sample kit hasn't came yet. It's supposed to be here yesterday, so I'm going to put my sample in that little Tupperware, and then I got a big funnel. And over here, there's one to dump my oil in. It's just a 55-gallon drum cut off, and then I've got one of these quick valves down here, and I've got a bucket cut off, notched out, where I can just put it in there. So I get the oil nice and hot. What I'm going to do is, see, I got a shock leaking maybe a little bit. I swear it's something else. You know how it is. So I'm gonna open that up now that everything's mixed up real good, and I'm gonna let some out, maybe fill up one thing, and then I'm gonna take my sample after that. Try not to get any dirt or anything like that. Should be enough oil for my sample bottle. Yeah, like I said, it was supposed to be here yesterday, and now it's saying 10:30 to 2:30. It's 2 right now, so I can't wait forever. It's supposed to be really, really cold tomorrow. All right, we got it all drained out. Let it drain for a good long time. There's our sample. And so what I did, I cracked my filler cap, and then this is where your filter is. So I went ahead and opened that up. And so what you do, what did I say this was? 1 7/16 goes on that. That's your oil. Here's your primary fuel. There's your secondary fuel. So it fits all of those, which is nice. You don't have more than one thing to do. And then there, your air is those bolts up there. That's what the 8mm takes. So we're going to change those also. The Davco, we're not going to change it. You can see we got a little ways to go. I used to change these every time, but they're so expensive. I've got another one. So right there's the line. So it's getting close though. I don't think, you know what? I don't think I've ever changed it on this one. I've got it, but I haven't changed it. But on my other truck, I used to do it every time. So we got a little bit of weeping. That's what this cam housing right here. That's what this, from right here to right down here, this is what you call your cam housing. There's a little gasket under there, and so you got to take your cams out and everything. All your fuel lines that pass through. I mean, so it's starting to weep. It seems like they all do that. long as it's not a crazy oil leak, I'm not messing with it. It looks like we got one gasket right there. It's a little wet. That one may be a little bit, but not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, I got some rubber gloves on now. Get oil all over me. Just pull straight up on this guy. Dang, it's cold out here. Sucks. That's it. You got a big O-ring right here. Pop it off. And here's our new one. So these little teeth right here are what lock into the inside of that cap. You should have an O-ring, which we do, and then they have a copper washer for your drain plug, I guess. But since we don't use the drain plug, some oil. Put a little lube on this thing. So I don't know if there is a torque spec to it, but I've never actually measured the torque. I just put it on there until it feels like. But so you need to lube this up so it doesn't bind and crack it. Then you take your new filter, these little teeth down, they go right into the cap and pop in. And then it will spin.
I hear the beat, it's in my chest, got me feeling some kind of way. I confess the rhythm takes over, no room to rest. My heart's dancing, it's a love conquest. Oh, the melody, it's smooth and sweet, like honey dripping from a golden bee. It's the soundtrack to my soul's heat.
Several bugs in it. Look how the difference in them. Alright, now we got the oil filter and the air filter changed. See this shiny new one in there. It's put back together. It's pretty simple. Slide it in there, just do it backwards. Now we're going to go to our fuel here. Yeah, there, it came off pretty easy. So that's what it looks like. Now this thing right here, this fits down into the bottom of the filter. You'll kind of spin this and you'll feel it lock. So the hole in the bottom is what's going to drop down. So the pointy part is what goes in here. You like all these technical terms, pointy part. So we're going to drop our filter back down in there. like I said, it's got a spot where it'll kind of there it goes. Just dropped into place. Tighten back up. Now, all right, now we're going to take off our secondary. There's that little guy. It's just a screen. Maybe it's this one. I knew there. Yeah, it must be this one. There's one of them hard to get out. Dang. I knew there was one of them that was hard to get out of. Ah, there it goes. Now, you got a primer. There. I was afraid I couldn't get it out. So what you do, let me see if I can. So you unscrew it until it pops up, and then you got a little primer there. And then you do this about 4 million times. So I'm going to do that quite a few times. So you're trying to get your filters filled back up. Now I can hear things moving. You hear that? And then I'll do that for a while. Then I'm going to put my oil back in, and I'll do it some more before I try to start it. I'm using this big old funnel with a screen in it. You can't even see the screen on camera, but there is a screen in there. So this is what we're going to use. We're using the Rotella T6 full synthetic 1030. This is what I used last time. And when we get our sample results back, oh, it doesn't even have any little protective. You know, and that's what one thing I like about these Cascadias is you can do everything. Everything here is about chest high. You can do everything from the ground pretty much, and it's all on the driver's side. I don't even have to climb on anything. I can just dump her in. And the nice thing about it, yes, we are working outside and that sucks, but at least there's very little wind today. And now that I'm up and moving again, I'm not so cold. But this is brand new oil, and you can see it's in its 30s today, and it's flows good. A lot better flow than 1540.